This video will show you how to use free software called Format Factory to reduce file sizes. This is an MP3 file. Because the Black Talk Radio Network is providing unlimited uploads, but the only restriction is the MP3 file has to be less than 99 megabytes. Again, 99 megabytes and below, you should have no problems uploading your podcast to blacktalkradionetwork.com. So, but let's say that you have a file that is just a little bit more. Maybe you did a 4-hour show. Maybe you haven't figured out how to say broadcast at 1 bit rate and then say the podcast to a lower bit rate that still preserves audio quality as low as 64 kilobytes system, but you want to upload now to Black Talk Radio Network. So you need to reduce this file size. So what you want to do is go to pcfreetime.com. That's pcfreetime.com. The name of the free software is Format Factory. If you type in any search engine Format Factory, but take the space out, but Format Factory, you should be able to find pcfreetime.com. Of course, we will link to it on our tutorial page. So, of course, you want to go and you want to download it. Now, let's go through some questions. I installed Format Factory in my PC having Windows XP OS, but it's showing an error. So you need to go through to make sure that you have a system. What I'm trying to find out is this for strictly Windows websites, or excuse me, Windows operating systems, or if you can use Mac. Of course, most of my tutorials are on Windows operating systems since that's what I use. Let's go back to the home page, see if it provides the information. And we just trying to find out what operating systems it works on. So I'm not seeing that information. So if you are working with a operating system that doesn't seem to be compatible, just do a Google search, and there are many free software out there that allow you to convert or reformat podcasting files. So I already have this installed, so we're going to close that. Of course, I would download this to my computer. Then what I want to do is open up Format Factory. All right, I want to not deal in video, but audio. We're dealing with MP3. So we're going to click on all for MP3. Then we're going to change the output setting. Now we could go to the sample rate. Again, 64. It's usually 4100, but you don't have to worry about that uploading, formatting it. But the bit rate determines the quality of the audio. 64 is good. It's CD quality, but you can go higher. So the file that I have is over 100 megabytes, and it was broadcast and saved as a podcast at 128. So I usually reduce mine to 64, but we can reduce it to 96. That still should get it under the 99 megabyte limit. Of course, the audio channel is 2 channels stereo, and the volume control, we want it to be able to the media player to be able to increase the volume to 100%. So we're just going to place OK. This right here just controls preset conditions you have set, high quality media, and it saves it as one of these names. So, but we're just going to click on OK. Now that was the output setting. Of course, we need to add the file, and here is the file. And we want to choose the output folder. So we want it to go to the same folder that we are pulling the original file from. So we're just going to leave it at output to source file folder. If you want to direct it to a different folder, you could just browse, or you could add folder to your favorites. So now we're going to hit OK. Now all we have to do is hit the start button. And it usually doesn't take very long to convert videos. The larger the file size, the longer it will take to reduce the file size. So again, the goal is to get all of your podcasts that you want to upload to blacktalkradionetwork.com, get them to 99 megabytes or smaller. I'm going to pause the video while that uploads or finish converting. Now, as you can see, the file is almost done converting. It took about 5 minutes. And so now it's going to, I don't know why I opened that up, but we are going to close that. All right, it has been completed. So let's go ahead and open up our MP3 tag free software. And let's take a look. We will need to refresh it. So let's refresh this. All right, let's go ahead and just add the directory again. All right, there it is. It showed up. You could tell the one you converted, if it's the same file name as the one you worked, the original file, it'll have that little one beside it. So that's the one, but we want to check it to make sure it retains all of the MP3 tag information. And it appears it did. Let's go ahead and add the cover art. Tanya Free. See, we're looking for promos. All right, podcast loco, 300 by 300. Let's go ahead and save that tag. Okay. But let's also change the file name. Well, first let's see if we can delete the other file from here. Delete. Yes, we want to delete it. Now let's rename this one and get rid of that appendage. Now let's just double check our MP3 tags. As we can see, it is missing some of the tags. So we'll go ahead and put those in. Genre is talk, and we'll put the website of the client in the comment section. Let's go ahead and save the tag. Okay, now we should be ready to upload the podcast to Black Talk Radio Network. So let's find the earlier broadcast, the promo for the earlier broadcast. Of course, I'm logged into blacktalkradionetwork.com. We'll go down. You will go down and edit your podcast or your promo from earlier today, or you could click it from here once you're logged in. Edit post. And as you would have seen in the video on adding content to Black Talk Radio Network or adding podcasts, you would go ahead and just get rid of the things you don't want there. So this is no longer a live show. We'll leave the Facebook pages. Everything else is fine. So now we just want to add the media. So it doesn't matter where the cursor is. Click on add media, upload file, select Tanya Free. And we're going to pause the video while the file uploads. But one way we could check it is let's refresh this screen and see the file size has changed, should have changed. Now it's down to 82.1 megabyte, whereas the original, as you can see, was 109 megabytes. 109 megabytes, and the goal is to get it to 99 megabytes and below so that you can upload it to Black Talk Radio Network. And we're going to pause the video. All right, let's restart the video. As you can see, the file is just about done loading, that we reduced from over 100 megabytes to under 99 megabytes so that we could upload them to the blacktalkradionetwork.com. And as you can see, it successfully uploaded the file that we reduced to 82 megabytes. Now we just want to highlight the URL. Left click, hold it down, drag it across, then right click and copy the URL. Hit X. Now you could go to the podcast embedder, paste it in there, verify URL. Now you just simply hit update, and the podcast will be posted on the resulting updated page. Thanks for watching.